Heart, which we're on, being one of the biggest conglomerates of all time. I can speak for myself. I've definitely taken payola. So, I mean, we may end up being in this.
Wow. Is he serious? Is he serious? That's crazy. If he's serious, that's crazy. But I believe it. I believe all of it. Not gonna lie, I believe all of it.
This case as well. Like all our opinions up here are bought. They pay us for them, which is directly funneled through iHeart, so we can get a tax break. So we will probably be on that stand as well. Cuffed to DJ. Never mind.
No, get into your bag. Don't say never mind now. You there? Don't walk it back.
Just bleep the name.
Just go.
I'm joking. I'm not here to indict anyone. But yes, the RICO, from my understanding, is labels not only just doing payola, which for those people that don't know, payola is when companies or people will pay DJs or radio executives, or shit, they can pay the janitor at the radio station, give them money so that someone can play a record. Now, payola's been around since the inception of radio. That's why it's illegal, because they had to monitor it. We've known that's been going on. The bigger part of this Radio Rico shit is the money laundering portion of it, which is an extreme version of what payola would be. Funneling a bunch of money into radio so a record can continue to play, yes, payola. But then when the radio station is setting the price higher than anyone else to funnel it back to the label, now you are, by definition, laundering money.
Right.
You're putting money out, it's getting clean, no taxes there, and then it's coming back to you as a profit.
Yeah.
That is money laundering.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this isn't just little like, yo, a DJ. Some guy from East New York was hanging outside the Hot 97 office with a brown paper bag and was like, yo, my man's rap. Here's 20K.
No, this is not
it's not Hove, Dame, and your brother giving Flex champagne baskets or everyone at the radio station.
Right.
It's not labels paying for DJ crews to go to the Caribbean. This is legitimately a RICO money laundering situation between the three major labels and the biggest radio conglomerate in the world, plus MS, plus any other radio station across the country.
Right.
And guys, iHeart, I know you're watching. I think you're innocent.
Okay. Well, we're going to see.
Does he have to say that because they're under iHeart? I don't believe it. I don't know if iHeart innocent, but hey, I feel like he's saying that to, or they're telling him to say that. They could be telling him to say that, cover your ass, make us look good. Whole time y'all laundering money. But hey, what do I know?
I think iHeart's trying to buy NBC, something along those lines. iHeart, I'm here to stand with you. I don't think you guys are guilty. I could never see a world where Universal.
You don't think. You don't think. You don't know. You don't think.
Warner or Sony would ever be in bed with iHeartMedia. I don't see a world where that happens.
So just to have fun here based on something I said. So do you understand the red button a little more now?
Oh, Drake's lawsuit certainly added to this.
Okay.
Thank you. It's all like, I personally believe, my theory is that all of this correlates. All of this correlates. Yes, like I knew that, like, payola is a thing. People pay to push records. We heard Thug say he did it for Gunna. This is the thing. This is the stream bots. This is all real. This is a real thing. So that makes me ask, out of all the, like, are these people actually talented, or are they just getting pushed in our faces? And are there more talented people that don't have the budgets to pay to push their records to be number one, more talented than these people that we have here? I believe so, but I don't know. I don't.
Significantly. From my understanding, it was in play already, but with the lawsuit and people having to now show and reveal things because of the lawsuit, it certainly didn't help the labels or or iHeart.
So what does this mean though for music moving forward? What does this
Nothing.
mean for artists? What does this mean?
They'll find a fall guy and everything will be business as usual, and they'll find a new way to do it.
Right.
It's like any other business. I'm not even mad at the labels or radio. This goes on in any genre, business, shit. If we want to come down on fucking iHeartMedia and Universal based off paying for some songs, go down to Wall Street and see what they do at Chase Bank. Like,
Right.
Fact. That's a fact.
Somebody's going to be a fault. They're going to
new
find
here.
one person.
It's nothing new.
There's not going to be a settlement here. I just think the feds, which is ironic because there's so much going on in the world, I think the feds are kind of fucking bored and are just running wild with Rico. And
feds-
I'm not gonna lie, they handing out Ricos like Oprah hand out cars. I'm not gonna lie. You get a Rico, you get a Rico, you get a Rico, you get a Rico. Like, God damn. Every day it's a brand new Rico. Like, my golly, Miss Molly.
The board.
yeah.
That's interesting. With so much going on.
Yeah, like, listen, we were the first people up here to condemn Puff and believe everybody. I think a lot of that was for headlines and to get people up the ladder. Like, oh, I did the Puffy case. It's for headlines. This is going to be the same exact thing. No one's here for justice. They're here for headlines. Yes, I think the feds are bored in a lot of cases. Because I even think on the side of the feds with crime, let's just say in New York with what they do with Ricos with gangs, that doesn't get the headlines that they want. Puff gets the headlines. Universal Music, iHeart, that gets the headlines, that gets people up the ladder when they do these cases. Getting fucking GS9, like that's, yeah, all right, cool. That's a headline for like a week.
Right.
You saw it even with the Young Thug thing. Like this is all about headlines, and I think that's what the feds, they have the RICO law, which just allows you to kind of just say whatever. Like this is an organization. So anything that happened, now you're guilty of it. And there's no law that regulates RICO, which I think there should be. Yeah.
Regulates RICO. What do you mean?
Like bounds. Like you could just toss out Ricos willy-nilly. Like, there has to be like no type of bounds, no type of boundaries, if that makes sense. Like, to say, okay, what truly justifies charging someone with a RICO? You know, because RICO, from what I know, and I could be wrong, it strictly was just like mob, gangs, organized crime. But now, like, it's all over the place. It's like, granted, yes, payola is illegal, payola is a crime, but I feel like that's more of a thing that shouldn't. I don't think I mean, well, it is money laundering, but I never thought like a radio station, you know, can be hit with RICO charges. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that radio stations could get that, you know. Like gangs, yeah, but then again, it is a federal offense, money laundering. So yeah, I take that back. The RICO's pretty much justified here. I'm sorry, but I kind of understand what Rory is getting at, kind of, sort of.
There should be something that I think you have to further prove the criminal organization and the crimes that were involved in it. I do not think YSL is a gang, but according to them, it was a gang. Thug was at the top. He was apparently the leader of the gang. If somebody that's in the gang happens to murder somebody, I'm not responsible for that murder. Now, if Thug ordered the murder, now we're talking different. RICO allows if somebody just happens to claim the flag of your blood set and does some shit on their own, not even under the flag or orders, now I'm part of this murder just because we're in the same gang.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, direct, like a bound, where it's like, okay, this person said to we're taking payola at the radio station. I don't think it was that sort of thing, so I don't think it justifies a RICO, you know. But if a DJ is like, yo, toss me a couple of dollars, I can make sure you get pushed, or you know, Billboard says, somebody works at Billboard said, toss me a couple of dollars, you know what I mean, I'll make sure you get pushed up, you know what I mean, I'll make sure you get that, you know, that number one. Then that's different. That's a bit different because there was no set order. Like, you take that, we taking RICOs here now, and you got to take we all doing it and make sure I get my cut. Like, there's no one at the top, you know, that we know of right now.
There needs to be regulation on RICO.
But you saying regulation on RICO, but that's the whole point of the RICO. Like,
And I'm saying they need to regulate that because it's a cheat code. All right, let's use the mafia. There's Gambino associates. Shit that John Gotti don't even know that person's name. Never seen them in his life. Some people just do crimes on their own, but they also just happen to be associated with a gang.
Yeah, exactly.
You think Gotti is at his house and knows some 21-year-old kid that's a Gambino associate that happened to rob a fucking liquor store that day? No, but now you can add it into a RICO, and it's like, you got to prove that this.
Like, it's like, bro, I didn't even know he was doing that. So the head of iHeart can say, "Oh, I didn't know that such and such DJ was taking money on the side to play a record. I didn't even know. I did not know that. I did not tell him to do that. That RICO. If there's a clear order, like, yo, do this. We taking RICOs. Like I said, we're taking RICOs. All of us, all the DJs. Let all the DJs know we taking RICOs. I need 10%. I need 15%. That's more. That's a RICO. That's organized.
This was under my flag.
But this is the thing though. It's not about, at the end of the day, this person feels so confident in doing this because you have provided a community and a culture where this is okay and stamped this gang. And now this person who's connected to your gang has done something, whether you ordered it or not. It might not have gotten done if you weren't this big crime boss.
Oh no.
Like, you've cultivated this. You are responsible whether you ordered it or not.
I understand RICO to a degree.
I don't agree.
We'll use the mafia again as an example. Before, RICO existed. The feds were stupid and didn't know it was in the law books. They couldn't get to the boss because the boss would never touch the drugs, the money, wouldn't order anything on the phone. Like, you couldn't get to him because they insulated him so much. So they created RICO so they could do that. But then they ran crazy with it and just started adding things that have nothing to do under the flag of this organization. Sometimes people kill people and has nothing to do with the gang that we're in. And now I'm responsible for that murder just because you think I'm the head of this organization?
Pull up RICO.
I just think you need to further prove that more. I don't think RICO is wrong as far as the law. I just think that the lines are so blurred. It allows the feds to get away with a lot of bullshit as far as adding charges to people that may have not even been aware of anything that was going on with the people under them. Like, and I think we're going to see that more with these types of cases, because while what's happening with the labels and radio is by definition illegal, this is still white collar. So where do we draw the line? Is the assistant to the PM at the Breakfast Club now responsible because they're in this organization? Where do you draw the line of who?
Well, no, it wouldn't be people that just work at the radio station per se. It would be, the people that are running the radio station, the people at the labels. It would be that. It wouldn't be the intern that's running to go get bagels and coffee. Like, he has nothing to do.
Let's say I'm a radio personality. I'm not saying Hot 97 is involved with it. I'm just using Hot 97. Let's say I work at Hot 97 on a morning show, and I cut a deal with the president of Atlantic, where I am a third-party contractor, and you are paying me a fee every month, and we know what that fee is for. It is to help promote all Atlantic artists, be favorable to Atlantic artists, play more of Atlantic. I know what this is, but my program director doesn't know that. The program director's boss doesn't know that. The owner of MS Communications doesn't know that. But I went to the CEO of Atlantic and I took this money. Now, MS is in a RICO because I did something on my own. That's fucked up. I'd be sitting there as MS Communications like, dude, I didn't know that Rory went and took this back. This is not payola, money laundering, or a RICO. He went and did that shit by himself.
Yeah, but I think it's bigger than that, though. I think if a RICO is handed down, that's because they've done enough investigation. They've gathered enough information over the years.
I'm saying off RICO where I think it gets fucked up. This is just straight up, I think, label to corporation.
Absolutely.
So
100%. Yeah. So I think that, the RICO thing, if the RICO comes down, trust and believe they've done their due diligence. They've investigated. They've gathered enough information over the years. They know exactly what's going on, who did what before that even comes to your doorstep.
I loved, shout out to Berg, friend of the show. I forgot who he was talking to. Was it maybe Gillian Wallow? when he was telling everybody out of all his records, radio has always paid him out way more than any of, Berg's records are streamed, I don't know, 5 billion times. He always posts the numbers. They're insane. So I've made 10 times more money because radio pays out more.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah. I mean, listen, man, niggas got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got bills to pay, man.
Yep.
And if you wonder sometimes, and all Drake and Kendrick stands, I'm not talking about this case with them two whatsoever. You ever just wondered why certain songs are just like always on the charts?
Thank you. There's a reason, bro. There's a reason, because I've heard it plenty of times that there are songs that are not that good, but get so much airplay. Like, why do I keep hearing it? Because they push it. They're pushing it. For some money, they're going to push it. Pay to play. Pay to play.
And then you check like the streaming numbers, and they ain't even really like that, all that. Yeah, radio. Yeah, I've always said radio is super important. I don't care if people think radio is dead. Radio is extremely important as far as getting music out there and how it looks perception-wise of how you're doing.
For sure. Absolutely.
Because those numbers are a bit more easy to manipulate.
Listen, man, it's going to be an interesting few at the end of the months to rest of the months of the year in regards to this Radio Rico situation that is upon us. But again, they're going to just get past this, like you said, and start it all over again. And another 20 years, we'll be right back at this again.
So I don't know what this means for the future of radio and hip hop. It's all kind of confusing, like what's happening or what's going to happen. If this said Radio Rico is going to happen, it actually sucks for someone that's been aspiring to work in radio, always wanted to work in radio, have my own radio show and DJ. What this means, it's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, I think the Drake lawsuit probably ties in with a lot of this. I think all the information coming out about Thug paying for number ones and all those jail calls as well. I think for some strange reason, I think this all correlates. And it's just weird that it's all happening right now. And I do think that Drake lawsuit was really the pop off, and then like this is like dominoes, because now look at Hot 97 just got rid of one of the most legendary DJs in New York. So I don't know what direction this is going. I hope that we could get back to where we once was. Because I don't know, everything just feels like bland. I'm not excited for hip hop music anymore. And as someone that loves hip hop music, that's grew up listening to hip hop music since he was a child, we're in a weird state. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what this means. And I'm just hopeful for the best, and I hope we could come back and be, number one again. So, let me know if you want me to do a deep dive in the Radio Rico case, because I really want to look into that. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you.